Hi guys, welcome back to Adriana Adventures. This week where I'm going to talk to you about the Osprey Poco Premium. So the reason why this pack is called the Premium is because of the storage. So there is way more storage in this pack than any other of the Ospreys that you will find. My toddler is snacking in the background, so you're going to hear a little bit of snacking noise. I need the Premium model for my adventures because I have two children. I have a preschooler and a toddler, and I have to bring so much stuff in the outdoors because we're out in Alberta. It can snow sometimes in August, so I like to bring all my extra layers and everything with us, and that takes up a lot of space. So the biggest thing about this is the storage. I also use my trail tether to clip my Garmin InReach Mini on the front. As you can see, these pockets are bigger on the Osprey Premium. So you're actually able to fit your cell phone in the pocket, which is a big change, a nice upgrade, because with some of the older models, my plus size phone wouldn't fit in the pocket. So as you can see, you can fit a lot of items into the Osprey Premium pack, and that's super helpful when you're going on day trips out in the Rockies. So you got to really think like what your adventure is going to be typically with your baby, and if you're planning on going into the backcountry and you're going to go all day, you're going to need that extra storage. If you're doing smaller hikes, I would highly recommend to not go with all the storage because it makes the pack so much heavier. You don't really realize how much you're packing until you load this thing in and everyone's got a pair of extra shoes and whatever else, and then you're hiking up a summit and you're like, I am just exhausted, this is too hard. And the reason for that is because you've loaded it with so much weight because you have all the extra space. Some of those extra carriers, they don't have these extra side pockets and things. So with that Premium, you're getting this extra space. Now that is really handy when you're on the trail and you just want to stuff a toque in for babe. You've got this mesh netting here, which is super nice. And you've got mesh netting on both sides, and these act as, right now this has his yacht container in it, but you can turn it around and you can do your water bottle, so it's super helpful. There's lots of space in here for everything to fit. This little fabric strap, it just acts as a loophole and you're able to hold it so that you can get baby loaded in easier. The previous models actually allowed you to buckle those clips, so now it looks a little bit different on this pack. This grab handle isn't as like heavy duty necessarily, but it's lighter. It's not totally necessary. Your adjustability here, you're able to adjust carrier, adjust here. I'm gonna load back up the carrier. Okay, let's shove your items in here that we don't need. Shoo, bumblebee. A couple headlamps in case we get stuck out on the trail at night. Got your lunch bin to take home. First aid kit, summit seat. I've been hiking with Osprey well before having kids, and I just love how durable their bags are. This pack is an excellent choice for hiking and rough terrain with babies. It's got a spacious cockpit area. It's able to adjust up and down and grow with your toddler. I've had a few falls with my carrier, and it's protected my baby with having this hard frame. I found it super important to buy a carrier that has a sunshade attached so that you're not having to buy additional accessories, and then having it fit right into the pack is really handy when taking baby on the trail. This pack has about 36 liters in capacity and is literally made with the most durable materials there is. One of the things about this model that I don't love as much is this open space here, because when bugs come at your baby, they can like come into the side without you really knowing, because the original model, the Poco Plus, it actually had the full mesh down to the side, which I really loved, but this has since changed. This does, however, make the pack lighter, as this is just Velcroed, so this just slides in here. You can now clip items too if needed, which is really nice. So then there's this piece is mesh, so you're able to even like shove your water bottle out here. Like I said, this pack is almost dangerous for people because you're just loading so much stuff in that it's just a lot to carry, but I do love the extra storage. I do put my keys in here, and it has like a key clip, okay, so that's super helpful. This compartment, I can fit my layers, my jackets and all that, and then I put like my lunch and heavier items down here at the bottom. So another thing is you're able to actually put your hydration pack. You're able to clip it here. I usually do 1.5 liters of water. The other thing is this is suspension. So I have scoliosis, so it's super important for me to wear this on the trail because it has that full built-in suspension with the mesh. This is a Cadillac of hiking carriers, because when you do some of the lighter models, it's literally like straps, like backpack, and then it's like flat. For someone like me, my back actually really hurts wearing that. This pack does weigh in a little heavier than others. Without the contents, it's about 8.34 pounds. The adjustability is super great. Not only do you have your tension straps here to adjust, but you're able to actually adjust by lifting up this knob here and then lifting up from anywhere from small to that extra large. So if you're switching between you and your partner, you're able, or friend, or what, you know, whoever you're just hiking with, you're able to do that easily. And the adjustability on this strap is also possible because it's got the Velcro adjustability here. I'm often asked which hiking carrier is my favorite. I'm a huge Osprey fan because of the quality, but not only that, it's like if there's any kind of like issue with your pack or buckle, like Osprey's really fast to like help you out as well. For this stage of my life that I'm in, I definitely need this like hardier pack, essentially for like taking all of our supplies and everything in the outdoors. And it needs to be sturdy enough for my toddler who's about to max out in this carrier. So that's kind of a sad transition for us. But this bar on the Poco Premium can be pushed in. Okay, so it makes it so you're not bonking other kids. Because if this is out, a lot of times toddlers are going to run into the back and hurt themselves. This is how I pack down my hiking carrier if I'm going on a trip and taking my hiking carrier with us. It doesn't quite squish down the way I would like it to for travel. I have the Osprey duffel that this fits into when I go do stroller check at the airport. Babies can start riding in this carrier at about 16 pounds all the way up to 40 pounds. My carrier guide is linked for you guys in the description, giving you all the specific details and dimensions. Downfall of this pack is the bulkiness and the price point. The price point is quite a bit higher. It is definitely premium. Thank you so much for joining Adriana Adventures this week and reviewing the Osprey Premium carrier with me. I hope this helps in finding your carrier that suits you for adventures. We'll see you next week.